So welcome to Jumbo IS and welcome to our lecture series called Daily MCQ Practice. In this lecture series, we cover a particular day's current affairs through a set of 4 to 5 MCQs. The idea behind this lecture series is that you get to revise your current affairs because current affairs form a very important portion of prelims examination. And what better way to prepare for current affairs for prelims than by getting the much needed MCQ practice on a daily basis? Because if you'll make this lecture series a part of your daily routine, these 4 to 5 MCQs would add up to more than 1200 MCQs. And this would be a lot as far as current affairs are concerned. You won't have to worry about current affairs while appearing for your prelims examination. So needless to say this, make it a part of your daily routine. Alright, let's begin today's session starting with question number 1. Consider the following statements regarding higher judiciary in India. The total sanctioned strength of Supreme Court is 31 judges. There are 29 high courts in India representing 28 states and 8 union territories. The first woman lawyer was Cornelia Sorabji, who was entitled to practice in 1924. How many of the above statements are correct? Now look, when we talk about this term higher judiciary, then this includes Supreme Court and high courts of different states. Okay, it doesn't include district courts or lower judiciary. Okay, higher judiciary means Supreme Court and High Court. Now, as far as Supreme Court goes, well, the total sanctioned strength of Supreme Court is 34 judges, which includes Chief Justice of India. Okay, now President from time to time might increase the strength of judges. Okay, currently it is 34. So a Supreme Court, when it is full house, it can have 34 judges, which includes CGI, or we can say CGI plus 33 judges. Clear? So first statement is false. Now currently there are 28 states in India and 8 union territories. Now to represent all these states and union territories, there are 25 high courts. Because there are some high courts that basically represent two states. For example, the High Court in Chandigarh represents Punjab and Haryana. So it's called Punjab Haryana High Court, right? So there are many high courts like that. So for 28 states and 8 union territories, there are 25 high courts. So this is also false. Now, third statement is absolutely correct. The first woman lawyer in India was Cornelia Sorabji, who became eligible to practice in 1924. This is correct. So only one statement is correct. The answer is A. Question number 2. Which of the following statements are correct regarding wheat crop in India? It is a rabi crop that is sown during October-November period and harvested during February-April period. Early ripening of wheat seed helps in improving the yield of crop. Wheat is primarily grown in northwestern region of Indo-Gangetic plains of India. Okay, so select the correct option from below. Now you see, this is absolutely correct that wheat is a rabi crop. Now rabi is an agricultural season which is generally winter season. There is another season in India which is known as Kharif, in which rice is generally grown, but this is mostly monsoon season. Okay, so wheat is a rabi crop. That is why it is said that wheat requires cooler climates to grow. That is why in southern India or in hotter parts of the country, Deccan Plateau and all, wheat is generally not grown because cooler temperatures are not that easily available. Clear? So it is a rabi crop that is grown during October, that is sown during October-November period, absolutely correct. And it fully ripens around February-April period. During that time, it is harvested. Absolutely correct. Now the thing is, it is being argued that climate change is hampering the yield of wheat. And how? The thing is that generally these days winters are becoming unusually warm in the northern part of Indian subcontinent. Okay, so winters are becoming unusually warm. February's and March, the months of March are becoming unusually warm. Now when warmer climate appears, the wheat seed ripens. Okay, so it doesn't get enough time to grow and it ripens quickly. That is why you'll find smaller wheat seeds. So the yield would decline, their weight would decline. So you'll harvest it quickly, but the weight, the crop yield would be low. So early ripening of wheat seed basically destroys yield of crop, and climate change is making that happen. So this is false. Now, third statement is absolutely correct because wheat is primarily grown in northwestern region of Indo-Gangetic plains. Okay, Ganga plains, Gangetic plains, and Indus River plains also, like Punjab, Haryana. Okay, Indus and its tributaries, Ravi, Beas, Satluj. So they flow through Punjab. So this part. So yes, Punjab, Haryana, Western UP, and some parts of Madhya Pradesh are known for growing wheat. So 1 and 3 are correct. C. Question number 3. Consider the following statements regarding extradition procedure in India. India has extradition treaties with 48 countries and with 12 additional countries allowing case-specific extradition. Extradition procedures in India are governed by Extradition Act of 1962. India can reject an extradition request if the crime in question is not recognized in India. Okay. So extradition means that if there is a criminal who has committed crime in India, but he ran away from India, he is a fugitive, he or she, and currently he has been found in USA. Okay, and US authorities have arrested him. So Indian government can request the US authorities telling them that this particular person is wanted in India and therefore we request you to give him back to us. Now, if USA gives that person back to India, this process is known as extradition. Okay. Now, this process of extradition is governed by bilateral treaties between the two countries. Now, India has extradition treaties with 48 countries and with 12 additional countries with respect to certain crimes only, not all crimes. Okay, so this part is correct. Now, as far as the rules and procedures of extradition is concerned, in India, these rules are governed by Extradition Act of 1962. This part is also correct. Now, if some other country, for example, USA, requests a criminal in India to be extradited to USA, okay, now India can reject that request if the crime for which this person is wanted in USA is not a crime in India. So, the primary condition of extradition is duality of crimes. It should be recognized as crime in both countries. India can also reject if India feels that this person, if handed over to USA, would face torture from government authorities. So, on humanitarian grounds, India can reject the request. Plus, there are many other grounds on which India can basically reject the request for extradition, and all those grounds are mentioned in Extradition Act of 1962. Similarly, USA has many grounds. So, this statement is also correct. 1, 2, and 3. D. And last, which of the following statements are correct regarding the island nation of Vanuatu? So it is an island nation in South Atlantic Ocean closer to South American continent. It has tropical climate with frequent earthquakes and volcanic eruptions due to its location at Pacific Ring of Fire. It has 83 volcanic islands with some hosting active volcanoes also. So, look, recently why Vanuatu was in news was because Lalit Modi is wanted for certain crimes in India, but he is absconding from India. Okay, he ran away from India, and to basically escape extradition to India, because India has extradition treaties with many countries, he took the citizenship of Vanuatu because India does not have any extradition treaty with Vanuatu. Okay, plus Vanuatu offers citizenship through investment. So if you pay Vanuatu some amount of money or invest some amount of money in Vanuatu, they'll give you automatic citizenship. So Lalit Modi used that, became Vanuatu's citizen, and held its passport. Recently, the Prime Minister of Vanuatu cancelled his passport because he said that nobody can misuse our country's passport to avoid extradition. Okay, that was the whole news. But because of that, Vanuatu came into the news. That is why geographical information related questions sometimes are asked in the prelims. So that's why we're discussing Vanuatu. So Vanuatu is basically an island nation, that is absolutely correct, and it contains many volcanic islands. These islands were created by volcanic eruptions. Okay, but Vanuatu is not in South Atlantic Ocean. It is in South Pacific Ocean. It's a Pacific island state. Okay, and it's closer to not South America. It is closer to Australia and New Zealand. So this is false. Now Vanuatu, because it lies in the tropical region, it has tropical climate, but it also lies in earthquake and volcano prone zone. Okay, in the Pacific Ocean, you'll study this in the geography portion of yours. In the Pacific Ocean, there is this thing called Pacific Ring of Fire. This entire region is vulnerable to, Japan also lies in it, vulnerable to earthquakes and volcanoes. So Vanuatu also lies there. It has a tropical climate, but it has frequent earthquakes and volcanic eruptions due to its location at Pacific Ring of Fire. Absolutely correct. It has 83 volcanic islands. Absolutely correct. And some of those volcanoes are active. Now look, volcanoes can be of three types: active, that can still erupt; dormant, that used to erupt but now have stopped; and extinct. These places were once volcanoes, but now they no longer exist. So many of these islands are active volcanic islands. So this part is also correct. 2 and 3. The answer is B. And with that, we conclude today's session. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. And please, please, please do not forget to revise this lecture as well, because revision would really add a lot of value to your preparation. And by revision, I mean spending 5 to 10 more minutes in taking a look at written detailed solutions to each and every MCQ that I have just discussed. Now, these solutions are available in our notes, and these notes are available on our Telegram channel. Where can you find our Telegram channel? Just below this video in the comments section, you'll find a link. Just click on that link. It'll take you to our Telegram channel, and from there you can download the notes for this lecture and do the necessary revision within 5 to 10 minutes. On the hope that you'll do that, I'll be signing off with the promise of seeing you next time with another batch of MCQs. Thank you, everyone.